Hey everybody, welcome back to more Killer7. Last time we killed the extremely fast, like anime schoolgirl orphan in a parking lot with grenades. And I was pretty tired when I was recording it. So now we're back. It's a new day. To hear our voice screaming in our oh, wrong way. I think we're technically in a trailer, but like, looking at some of the setup, I'm doubting that a little. And now for part 2 of our electric boogaloo. At the fitness club.
Time to say your prayers.
Help! No, help! Forgive me! Forgive me!
What was that? Do I sense regrets? Just because you apologize, you think you'll be forgiven? Just like that? Didn't you notice the dead bodies behind you?
Huh?
Your folks.
No, you're lying.
Your wife's name is Pamela, right? And your son, Paul.
What have you done to them?
Pamela sure has a mole in a unique place. You know, it kinda turned me on.
No, you didn't. You bastard!
Paul, he's such a sissy.
Ooh.
Didn't even try to save his mother. What are you teaching your kids?
Fuck!
Do you feel the hate swelling? That hate that comes from your grudge. It's merely a reflection of you. Ask yourself, Pedro, how many children have you killed?
Mary?
You mean your little girl, Mary?
Mary, where is she?
Right here.
Well, as with most of the cutscenes in this game, I feel like I'm not adequately prepared.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Yeah. Poor kid. He's just an innocent little child.
I know. That's atrocious, ain't it?
Ambush at Blackburn's residence. Get rid of the assassin Curtis Blackburn. That's his name. Master. That won't do. That just won't do at all. There's just no excuse. How could you let a kidnapper get away alive? I must be more strict. I must stay vigilant. In the name of harmony. I was just looking at the scenery. Even though this game is pretty old, I actually really like the art style of it a lot.
This is too easy.
Master, that won't do. You must sometimes use a carrot. There's something very important I must say. But just between you and me, you know, off the record, Whitehair is a neurotic fellow. His house may look normal, but it's actually protected by very heavy security. You'll have to proceed carefully. Which calls for 4 eyes. Always better safe than sorry. In the name of harm. So, like, I wonder how often they expect you to just ignore enemies. I guess the trade-off is you don't get any blood to level up your people if you weren't killing them. Wonder if there's any new info. Yes, there is. We got Protector ZZ. This is too much. The new type of enemy is called the Protector ZZ. Even masked shock shells won't affect this one. The self-powered warrior is the ultimate alteration. You mustn't underestimate it. However, it's a cinch to trick it. Use mask's focus shells to reverse its own power of motion. I think that's your tier 2 charge, this mask. Mithril. The new type of enemy are called the Mithril Armored Soldiers. They are equipped with armor on their bodies. Even if you destroy the tough outer shell, the enemy inside will come and attack. It's like a 2-for-1 special. Is that like a 2-for-1? You should finish them off as quickly as you can. Excuse me. A very loud, oh, dang it. Whatever. I probably overly save in a lot of games. I remember playing Pokemon when I was younger, and I would save multiple times in a row. Even if it said like save and successful. I would save like at least 2 to 3 times before actually. Oh, just trying to understand where I am on the map. Okay, so go into the right first. Okay, got a water tank here. Oh, I already have the water ring. What? Let's go through these lasers into the garage. Security terminal. It's been a long time. Careful of the parking positions. Alright. So my only question is, does color matter? I will try to do color because of this black and white photo. Bottom L of light colors. And a T. Okay. Are you gonna take me out every time, game? I guess I'll just start by matching the pattern like this. Oh. What? I don't want to be mean, game, but that's not... You really need to, like... I think have a stronger definition of what a puzzle is. Hello there, Smith. Muggy night, isn't it? Rather exhilarating, isn't it? The perfect night. For a summer date. He rolled up on his favorite custom bike. Of course, it's all a secret from Mom and Dad. He quietly parks the bike in front of the house and tiptoes over to my window. I even have my shoes ready so I can slip out from the second floor. Isn't it the perfect escape plan? He throws the rock to signal me, but it smashed right through the window and square on my head. Now that really pissed me off. Daddy's hunting rifle just happened to be sitting in my room. With blood trickling into my eyes, I couldn't see too well. But his head getting shot straight off? Yes, I remember that quite vividly. Brains spurted out like cottage cheese. Oh, you forgot this, didn't you? Power ring. I had to move soon after that. My new room was all white. Quite an antiseptic place with almost nothing to stare at. A woman in a white looked after me, day after day. I believe we called the room solitary confinement. The final stops for killers. Yeah, like... On one hand, it seems like it would be awful. Fire rings. To actually solve that puzzle for color. Because it looks like the sliding 8 puzzle I've learned about in my AI class, which has been quite annoying to... I've solved a few on my own to like see what they were like, and one time I was able to see the line and just perfectly get it in like 30 seconds, but every other time I do not that was a little useless, but we got it solved. So yeah. Must be weird designing puzzles for games like this, because like they aren't puzzle games. So what do you do for your for the people? Oh, that got me? Hold on, what happened? Oh. I guess I've never been
Don't
close
make me say it
to
again.
those guys when they explode. Or like, how do you balance a puzzle for a game that doesn't market itself as like a puzzle game?
Son of a bitch.
Because if you make them like too hard, I bet a lot of people will either just like
I'm
bounce off
I can feel
and not
no emotion
actually,
in a dead body.
like, they may stop playing the game, but I guess when this game was released, like, the internet wasn't as big of a thing. I feel like now all games are almost designed to that. Maybe not designed, but they're played like people will just look up a guide. There've been a few times where, I mean, in this little let's play here, on that brain boss, where I just looked up how to fight the boss in the middle of it, because it wasn't killing me and I couldn't figure out how to do damage to it. Master. That won't do. Not at all. It's entirely inefficient. You fail to understand that. Your job is to nail the white hair. You should be prepared to give your life to take his. White hair isn't going to wait around for you. Only the Hellion can destroy the core. In the name of Harmon. Alright, so that's the first Dan. First Dan. It's the first Smith, whose name is Dan.
Collateral shot.
Bullet. I do like the sound effect on that bullet.
This is too easy. This is too easy.
I got this little side path. It's locked from the other side. This must be a game that inspired Dark Souls. You can just shoot him. It's just I was too close.
This is too easy.
Oh, Travis. You know what's behind the assault on the immigration office? Pedro monopolized the market. Before the rule, he was the old man had girls, Pedro had the boys. That's it. Pedro broke it. There's a big business in orphans, but there was a shortage in fresh organs. Evan's smile caused the birth rate to drop more rapidly. Increased and contagious diseases started eating away at bodies, and voila, control over the market on boys was no longer enough. That's why Pedro betrayed the old man. Pedro can run, but he can't hide. Alright. Eddie. Master. That won't do. That won't do at all. Give it some thought. Don't repeat the same mistake. Did you already forget the crack? Thank goodness. The mask works wonders here. Recall the skill of the mask. Alright. Oh. North. This is a man's own home, isn't it? Why is everything locked?
Don't make me think.
I feel my blood rushing through my body. Yes, this is it. The feeling, it's coming back to me. The sensation of killing. The doom and darkness. The dark streets. They're calling me to the ultimate ring.
That's quite a long, little speech. From the roof. Or the ceiling, I suppose. Ha! It's been a while since we've had a pigeon. Dear Amir, I tend to be a little stubborn, even so, you'll probably forgive me. Of course you will, since you're the one who hasn't paid me. You'll pay for every last dollar, one way or another, I assure you. I'll crush your palpitating heart in the palm of my hand. I'll bend your wings backwards. Her name is Susie Summer. She's a loose cannon with a vicious criminal intent. She was apprehended under the National Watch program but killed several of the program directors. After requesting work from the Smith Syndicate, she was eliminated. The boy's name is Cass Bloody Sunday, and like his namesake, he was killed on Sunday. His criminal tendencies were such that even the Smith Syndicate were reluctant to kill him at first. The boy was a remorseless killer, born with murderous tendencies and a latent talent to construct complex bombs. The informant's name is Yoon Hoon. He's the owner of the Union Hotel Group. He met an untimely death at the Union Hotel in Philadelphia. Many celebrities were at the reception, but nevertheless, there were few witnesses to the murder, and many of the facts don't add up. Yet one thing is for sure, he was involved with the Smith Syndicate. Rumor is that an incident that happened at the hotel was swept conveniently under the rug. The remnant psychics surrounding the Smith Syndicate have come together, and every last one of them is a hard-boiled criminal. Members of the Smith Syndicate are not ordinary killers. They're superhuman monsters that consider psychos fair game. I will contact you just one more time. Johnny Gagnon. Gignan? So far, the names aren't as bad as Gundam names. Let's see. Okay, I think I understand where I am now. Pool up there. Bathroom. There's this bathroom. In the main hall. Oh, but he's asleep. Don't do me dirty like that, game. I will just go back, because I assume it'll be faster than finding the next room in front of me.
I feel.
Maybe the idea is you can't play these guys willy-nilly, or that it sort of uses enemy kills as an idea for how far you are in the level. So, it wants you to backtrack. Hello, Travis. You're slipping, Smith. How can the old man be giving you this much trouble? I made the machine gun girl with the crazy costume? That's the kind of shit the old man gets off on. He trained her himself. You saw the pile of bodies in the back, right? That's the old man's true colors shining through. He only needs the girls. No use for the boys. Tragic ass shit right there for sure. That's just like some hidden lore. Oh, now I forget what it said about fighting them. That won't do. You're doing it all wrong. Well, at this point, you probably won't. Would rather not hear me say this, I'll just stay out of it. Remember, there's a ring for extinguishing fire lane. Nope. No, I'm so sorry, game. I pressed it. Okay, so I'm at that one. Yeah, I could use a light. You can't explore this area till you can see in it. I'm gonna quickly... Yes, it is a security device. Oh, but it instantly backs me out. Although, wait a minute. I just saw an egg? Oh, but I ran through this whole place.